Where to start? I guess. Welcome! Welcome to an update to some tools and a channel update. Today we're going to go over some comments from my old videos, see how playingcards.io has changed this past year, show a few tricks, and talk about a few changes. Don't worry, links to the other videos and to these tools will all be in the down there place that isn't under the table. First off, let's look back at one of the older videos, something not as popular. Our first update to playingcards.io, back when Catty and Hungry was taken off the official page. In the video, I said that when using all bad cards, you couldn't change the number of rounds in-game. Well, as Jack Lauer pointed out, I just didn't know how. Here is exactly how. Start recording. Okay. On your game screen, you should see a menu along the top. On the right side, in the middle is a little gear for settings. Click there, then click on the menu for gameplay settings and scroll down. Boom, right there. And while we're here, another neat trick you can do is set a time limit for people to choose their cards. Which is good in one way because it incentivizes quick responses and prevents AFK players holding up the game. However, it very specifically only does this by picking a card for that player at random when time runs out. Honestly, I would prefer an option to do that or skip that player, no card. But that's just me. What do you think? Next up, let's go to a question I had on my most popular video, CVQTS 3. Oh, so the video before that update, where I was showing off long-distance rudeness. Anyway, Elias asked 2 points. First, if we could search cards, and second, if we can copy a deck with the exact number of cards. I imagine so that if you have doubled up cards you like or removed cards you don't want, then that stays the same. First off, searching is super easy in edit mode. Sorry, if you're playing, you need to flip through to find them. But in edit mode, here's what you do. Go to your list of cards. Then, let go, Luke. Trust me. Use the browser hotkeys, Luke. Control F to find text. Then enter the text for that card. And there is your card. You can add extras or remove it. But that second one is more difficult. Unfortunately, as you see here, when you clone a deck, it does not copy the numbers. Maybe good, maybe what you're looking for is giving special cards to certain players. Well, after finding the cards, removing them from the main deck, cloning, finding, and adding those cards, you can do that. But maybe you're a teacher and you want to remove all the bad cards. Or maybe you feel frisky and want to add extra bad cards. Either way, you don't want to do it every time. Well, short of exporting the game setup for that, edit table, menu at the bottom, room options, and export to file, or copy room, you could manipulate the CSV files or make new ones. Either way, Let's do that. Okay, easiest option first. Open your CSV file. Control F to find the card you want. Okay, do you want it gone? Right-click on the tab for the row. Then click Delete. Do that again and again for all the cards you want gone. Then save and import. Okay. What about making copies? Kind of like that. Find the card you want 2 or 3 of. Copy the row either by right-clicking the tab and selecting Copy, or by left-clicking and using the hotkey Control-C. Then right-click anywhere on the tabs and select Insert Copied Cells. Save, import, done. Okay, but now let's say you need multiple cards because you have flashcards, some with translations on the back, some with sentences. And I guess you need more of the sentences than the translations. Okay, here's another trick you can do that's super simple. 2 CSVs, one for sentences, one for translations. Or that's the idea, but here in this new room, we're going to use the CSVs we already have to show what to do. Import your CSVs. Then take the deck you need more of and click All plus 1 until you have enough duplicate cards. Exit Edit Mode. Stack your 2 decks together and shuffle. Done. That's it. Export and save your room. And yes, even though your 2 stacks are separate in edit mode, allowing you to change or modify them independently, they are still stacked together in play mode. So if you ever need to separate them again, click one, clone it, remove the original, and add in all the cards in the clone. I hope that shows all the different ways you can make decks with different numbers. While we are here, let's look at the new things. First off, there is now a limit on the widgets in playingcards.io. You are limited to 1,200 widgets. And that includes each card, so unfortunately, games with super large decks may not be possible. And second, and more importantly, is the number and variety of games. I mean, look at that! 24 may not seem like a lot, but I remember when it was much less, like 6. That was so long ago. I had a beard then. Facial hair aside, let's talk about the channel, because a lot of things have changed and are changing. If you haven't seen it yet, we've started a new series of advice for gamers, teachers, and students, all connected to stories that demonstrate that advice or the need for it. If you haven't checked out stories, take a look. Meanwhile, this may be the last episode of CVQTS, at least by that name. I do still plan to get back to tools videos to show everyone tools they can use to make gaming with friends easier or incorporate it in the classroom. But the world is, I hope, soon changing. While staying home to go to work and school may still happen, it's a little limiting to use that title for this series. Yes, the QT for CV may continue or restart in certain places, but these tools aren't only useful for when CV rears her ugly crown and people say to stay home. They are useful for families scattered by life looking to reconnect. They are useful for teachers in other countries wanting their classes to practice together. They're useful for students looking for second language practice on their own. They are useful for gamers looking for groups and willing to take the plunge and play online. So it needs a new name. Maybe comment with your ideas, because I'm leaning towards the very boring tools and tricks. As far as how often I'll make videos, that part is hard. Still doing this on my own and still have my day job. Plus, our family recently added a puppy. He is cute and big and fluffy and 8 months old and has separation anxiety and socialization issues. So I need to spend time training him too. I don't make promises for how often I will upload, only that I will upload again. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. Thank you for sharing these videos with your friends. And a big thanks to our patron, first of his name and first among supporters, King Michael. Have a good day, everyone, and look for that new stories video coming up.